Okay, hi first graders. Today we are looking at the reteaching pages of our topic 1. So we're at the end of topic 1 and you're going to be able to find that on page 67. So if you need to pause the video now to find that page, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Here we are, it's page 67. At the top it says topic 1 reteaching. And we see that it's organized by sets. So today we're going to be doing set A and B and set C and D on the next page. Okay, so we're going to be doing the first 4 sets today, and then we'll do the other 4 sets tomorrow. All right, so looking at set A to begin with, we see that starts with a model. You can count on to find a sum. And we've been practicing that together, starting with one add-in and then counting on from there. So she says, I can add numbers in any order and get the same sum. Okay, so we usually call those the flip-flops. You can have your add-ins, for example, 4 plus 2. And then you can also have the flip-flop and reverse those for 2 plus 4. And you will get the same sum. So let's just first solve for 4 plus 2. And they show that model here. They put 4 in their heads, and then they count on 4, 5, 6. They counted on 2 more, and they got 6 altogether. So 6 is our sum, okay? In the next equation, they did the reverse, the flip-flop. So instead of 4 plus 2, they did 2 plus 4. And they show the model of counting on here in the second picture. So we start with 2, and then we count on 3, 4, 5, 6. They counted on 4 more. And again, they landed at 6. So the sum of 2 plus 4 is 6, all right? Okay, now because we know that those 2 equations have the same sum, they both equal 6, another way that we can think about it is to say 4 plus 2 equals or is the same as 2 plus 4. Sorry, I'm going to fill that in, 2 plus 4, okay? Another way to help us to organize that equation, one thing that I always encourage you to do when we have a longer equation like this is to first find the equal sign. So here's my equal sign. I'm going to circle it. And that tells me where I need to have everything balanced. So I have this side here, and I have that side there. Those are the 2 sides I need balanced. I know that 4 plus 2 gives me 6. So I'm going to just put 6 here. And I know that to balance it, I need 6 on the other side. I know 2 plus 4, hey, that also equals 6. So now I have 6 on my first side, which is the same as 6 on the other side. So everything's balanced, okay? All right, let's go ahead and try some examples. We'll look at number 1. Number 1 says 9 plus 3 equals something. Okay, so first we need to solve. So let's go ahead and start by putting 9 in our head and counting on 3 more. It sounds like this: 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I added 3 more and I landed at 12. I'm going to go ahead and fill in 12 there. And in my second equation, I'm going to do the flip-flop or the reverse of 9 plus 3. So instead of 9 plus 3, my new equation is going to say 3 plus 9. Okay, so I'm going to do the same strategy by putting that first add-in in my head and counting on the second add-in. And I should end up at 12 again, right? Because my sums should be the same. But let's just go ahead and prove that that's correct. So put 3 in our heads, I'm going to count on 9 more. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. I added 9 and again I landed at 12. Nice. Okay. So now in my final one, I have 9 plus 3. And that's going to equal something plus something. Okay. Well, I know that 9 plus 3 gave me 12. And I know 3 plus 9 gave me 12. So another way of saying that is 9 plus 3 equals or is the same as 3 plus 9. It's the same as the flip-flop, right? All right. Good job, boys and girls. So I think for the reteaching page, what might be really nice is to have you pause the video now. So go ahead and we're going to pause. And then after you hit play again, I will go over the answer for this one. Okay, so you can check your work. So go ahead and pause now. And then when you're done, you're going to come back and we're going to look at it together. Okay, so we're going to go ahead then and look at number 2. And hopefully you had a minute to complete your work. And now you're just going to see if your work matches my work that I'm going to do here. And if anything doesn't match, then you can go ahead and just erase and revise. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the equation 6 plus 4 equals blank. This might be some fact that you have in your long-term memory, which is great. If not, we can use this strategy of putting the first number in our head and counting on the second. So it looks and sounds like this: 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gives me 10. So I'm going to go ahead and put 10 for my son. Now my next equation I know needs to be the flip-flop of that, right? So instead of 6 plus 4, I'm going to write 4 plus 6 equals something. All right. Now I know these two are related facts, so 4 plus 6 should equal 10. But to prove that, I'm going to go ahead and use the strategy of putting 4 in my head and counting on 6 more. You can do that with me. It sounds like this: 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so yep, I added 6 more and I got to 10. Okay, and then finally, I have 6 plus 4 equals something plus something. All right, well, if I know 6 and 4 give me 10, then I also know that 4 and 6 give me 10. So I can go ahead and fill in 6 plus 4 equals or is the same as 4 plus 6. All right, okay, guys, nice job on that. Let's look now, please, at set B. Set B says you can use doubles to help you add a near double. All right, so doubles we know is when both addends are the same number. So let's look at the first one. 4 plus 4 equals, okay, that's a double that we know. 4 plus 4 equals 8. So I'm going to go ahead and put 8 there. Okay. Now, if I know that 4 plus 4 equals 8, then I also know that 3 plus 4 is very near that double, right? These two 4s are the same, and this 3 is just 1 less than the 4. So if I have 1 less on my first side of the equation, then yeah, I'm going to have 1 less on the other side of my equation as well. So if 4 plus 4 equals 8, 3 plus 4 equals 7. Okay? All right. And then they give us an explanation down here. 3 plus 4 is 1 less than 4 plus 4. So 3 plus 4 equals 7. All right, so let's go ahead then and look at number 3 together. Number 3. Here's a double that we start with. 8 plus 8 equals blank. Okay. Well, I know because I have in my long-term memory that 8 plus 8 equals 16. So I'm going to go ahead and write 16 there. Now, if I know that 8 plus 8 equals 16, that can help me with 7 plus 8 because that's just one less than 8 plus 8. Right, so if 8 plus 8 equals 16, then 7 plus 8 equals, you got it, 15. Okay? All right, now, in just a second, I'm going to have you pause and try number 4. And then when you're done, go ahead and put the video back on, and then you can check your answer. Okay, so go ahead and pause now. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and look at this together. And hopefully you had a minute to fill in your answers. So 5 plus 5 is our double, and we know that 5 plus 5 equals 10, right? And if I know that 5 plus 5 equals 10, that can help me to know that 6 plus 5 is just one more, right? If 5 plus 5 equals 10, then 6 plus 5 would equal, you got it, 11. Okay? All right, guys. Hopefully you had time to do that on your own and then come back and check that. So like I said, we're just doing the first 4 sets today. So we just did set A and B. So we have 2 more sets to do now. I'm going to go ahead and share my workspace again with you. I'm now on the next page on set C. I have here at the top. And this one says, you can make a 10 to help you add 8 plus 6. All right, so here's the equation. 8 plus 6 equals something. They give us our first 10 frame. And you can see they have filled in 8 counters to begin with. Okay, they need to add 6 more. So at first, they took those 6 and they put them in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. But then they decided to take those last 2, this one here and this one here, and fill in the 10 frame first. So when they did that, they had a 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 left over, right? So 10 plus 4 gives us equals 14, right? Which is the same as 6 plus 8. See, we have our 8 here and our 6 here. We just rearrange them in those 10 frames. So 8 plus 6 equals 14. Okay, guys? All right, let's go ahead and look at number 5. And we're going to go ahead and do this one together. It has 8 plus 4 equals something, and they want us to make a 10 to add. So what I'm going to do is, you see this blank space right here? I'm going to ask you to draw a 10 frame with me. We're going to do 2. You guys are really good at drawing 10 frames now. I have 4 lines going down on each of them. Okay. All right, so I know that I have 8 to begin with, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in my first 8, and I'm going to leave those open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's my 8, and they want me to add 4 more. Well, I could put them down here, but I still have some open spaces here, so I'm going to start in my open spaces. I'm going to add those 4. And this time I'm going to close them. So I'm going to add 1, notice how I'm closing it, 2, closing it, 3, and 4, closed. All right. Okay, so now I have made a 10. I have 10 plus Look at that, 2 left over. So I'm going to write 10 plus 2. And what does 10 plus 2 give me? 10, 11, 12. Yep, it gives me 12. Okay, and I can use that to help me to know that 8 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 is also 12. Okay, that's just using a 10 to help solve for an equation. All right, last one, guys. We're on the last one for today, set D. It says you can count on or count back to find 11 minus 4. Okay, now when we did this one, I shared that it's very helpful if you just pick one way and kind of stick with that way, okay? Because it can get confusing when we try to do both at the same time. So for today, I'm going to go ahead and stick with, let's see, start at 4. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stick with counting on. All right, so my first one is 11 minus 4. And they're telling me to start at 4 and count on 7 places to 11. Okay, so I'm going to start here at 4 and I'm going to count on. You can jump with me and you can jump as you go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many jumps did I have to make to get to 11? That's right, I had to do 7 jumps. I can count them here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 jumps. So 11 take away 4 equals 7, all right? Let's go ahead and try that for number 8. 8 take away 5. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the smaller number, 5. And I'm going to count on to the bigger number. And when I get there, I'm going to stop. Okay, so it looks like this. Here I am at 5. I know I need to stop at 8. So how about we put a box around that right away? That's where I'm going to stop. Okay, and then we're going to jump, and you can do that with me. 1, 2, 3. How many jumps did I have to take? That's right, I had to take 1, 2, 3. So 8 minus 5 equals 3. Okay, and let's do 7 the same way. We're going to stick with the same strategy. 15 minus 6. So I'm going to start with that smaller number. It's just like when we're using our fingers and we put the smaller number in our head and we count on to the bigger number. This is the same thing. Okay, so I'm starting at that smaller number. I know when I get to 15, that's when I'm going to stop. So I'm going to put a box around 15. Okay. And now I can do my jumps. So we're going to start here and we're going to count the jumps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many jumps did I have to make? That's right, I had to make 9. Okay. All right, boys and girls, that was good work that we did today. On these reteaching pages, I'm going to work to do these with you just to kind of talk you through each of the strategies so you don't have any independent work to do with that today. But we did have the vocabulary page from yesterday as a can do. So if you didn't do that yesterday and you want to do that as your can do today, you're still welcome to do that. Okay, but otherwise we'll do the next 4 reteaching sets tomorrow. And I hope you have a great day and thanks for being here. Okay, bye guys.